Hello and welcome to this Fallout 4 settlement tour. This is XtremeWackazoid and today we are looking at Red Rocket Truck Stop. This is on the PS4. I'm using a number of mods which are listed below. And with Red Rocket Truck Stop I really wanted to stick with the red, so you'll see a lot of red in the settlement. I also surrounded the settlement with these barriers and I built a fortress. And I typically don't build a fortress because there's some settlements where attackers will actually, their spawn point is within the build area, so in those situations it doesn't really help you out. And the other thing is, yes, attackers can't get in, but also my settlers have a difficulty getting out and finding the exit. And so when your settlement comes under attack, that means that I pretty much have to fly solo, and which can make things difficult because if you have to go too far away, then you'll actually fail the mission of defending the settlement. But I'm going to take you inside and see what we see. And the first thing here is there is this garage door which doesn't seem to be closing. Oh, here we go. And I have defense turrets of heavy lasers and miniguns, and they're set on top of these barriers, which are typically these shipping crates. And I typically put my turrets up high because attackers will target your turrets, especially melee attackers. And so I raise it up, and I also do the same with my power source. The first thing I do is I decide where I'm going to put my power source, and I typically put it up high. And I definitely surround it with a barrier because attackers will target your power source. So my power source is up there, and so attackers would pretty much have to hit it with a grenade. My settlers are growing mute fruit. It's the most efficient food to grow. It's one food per plant, and I give them all these mechanic outfits. These are the blue mechanic outfits because it's a truck stop, and they all have ballistic weave. And I like to give them all the same outfit because it looks kind of creepy. I have a manual power water pump here and a couple of powered water pumps. And I like to keep a manual pump because sometimes the electricity will kind of glitch out. And so it'll still have water. So I'll take you inside here. What this is just a long L-shaped brick looking structure that's for the residences. And so it's actually just these I believe that's a concrete with just a brick skin. And so with my residences here, I give them all this same bed and then give them like a trunk, and here's a kind of a lounging area for them. I only have 8 settlers. It's just kind of the most efficient number. It's 3 farmers, 4 vendors, and a provisioner. And I like to keep it low because I think it looks a little more realistic. And then inside the actual truck stop itself, what I did was scrap that settlement. I just kind of cleared a lot of things out, and then I put the restroom area in here. So there's a shower in here with bathroom stall, and then there's a toilets in here with bathroom stall, and it's lit up a little bit as well, and then a water fountain and a sink. And then in here I put a restaurant area, and so with the restaurant vendor, it's a tier 3 vendor shop, and then I like to make it look like it's a functioning restaurant. So there's some cabinetry, a sink, an oven, refrigerator, a coffee maker. And then I'm gonna and I like to build a restaurant because settlers will come and congregate here after a day's work, and they'll come and line up, and it looks like they're ordering food. And then I put down these cafe seating, so they'll actually come and congregate there at night, and it looks like they're eating food as well. And so I definitely wanted to build on top of the truck stop up here. And so these are my vendor stands. With the tier 3 vendor stands, I like to make it look like they're actually selling something, so I'll place items within the shelving here by dropping it and then using the select button to carry it over and then drop it. and then they have items for sale on the shelving, and with the shelving I build it out into an empty space, and I use a select all trick with a concrete pillar to raise and lower the shelf, and then place items with the OCDecorator mod, and then bring the whole thing back inside. And so I put these little bus stops as their kind of shop shacks. And so here's the same thing with the junk vendor. I put some items there. These are more kind of like truck stop looking items. And with the clothing store, I like to use these armor stands so it looks like they're actually selling clothing. And if you want to build on top of the truck stop, you just have to make sure that your stairs go up and over and land pretty well. And so this is a scaffolding structure. And so if it's not matching up, you can just build the whole thing and then use the select all trick to raise and lower it so it fits pretty evenly. So hopefully this will give you a few ideas of what you can do with the space. If you like what you see, you can hit like, and you can subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you.